Hello again, everybody. Wanted to go on a shopping trip today. I'm in the plane of knowledge. I'm going to use my 26 Enchanter. She's got plenty of money. And what I mean by shopping trip is I'm just going to run around to several merchants and just check out and see what they have. I'm looking for primarily trade skill items. I have several high-level characters, and I'm trying to up my trade skills in several of them. Here's Words of Bondage, and these can be used in alchemy. I'm going to go ahead and buy that one. Of course, looting these items is the primary way you would acquire them in the game, but you would be surprised how many get sold by people that just, they don't care to do the trade skill stuff, or they don't realize the real value of them and how rare some of them are. I'm just going to zip through these. We had a server reset recently, and so there might be some nice new stuff that I can actually use. And I have not searched ahead of time to see if there's anything good yet. So nothing so far. Trying to hit up all the popular spots. Here's some bookworms, which are a foraged item here in Plane of Knowledge for fishing. I usually buy those when I see them. There's a crude animal pelt. That's a nice one. It's only 1 platinum, 4 silver. It's a level 30 item for sorry, I'm blanking out here. For tailoring. I wanted to say sewing, and I knew that wasn't right. For tailoring. And this character is level 34 in tailoring. And so that would be a nice one to get. Ruined wolf pelt. That can be used in blacksmithing later on. Here's some nice stuff. Here's some more for tailoring. Sunshard dust is used in high-level stuff. I don't need it on any of my characters, but other people do, and this is a regular item I sell on my trader in the bazaar, and it's only 5 copper, and I will sell those 2 for at least 20 platinum. So there's a few nice items. It takes a while for some of these to load up, depending on the server traffic. And nothing on him. Nope. Couple of merchants out here I like to check. And right next to each other. My shaman can use sulfur, but he's got so much of it in the bank that I'm not going to buy this. But there's a good example of a trade skill item that can't be bought, has to be looted. There is a quest in the Lake of Ill Omen that can get you good faction with the Ixar using these 3 weapons down here, the Steel Chor, Steel Maxtor, and Steel Soshar. And if I remember right, you have to turn in 4 of each. Possibly they could be mixed. I'm not sure. So if that's a quest I was currently working on and I found those on a merchant, that'd be a good, nice buy. Aha, rat whiskers. I've done previous videos on these about how you can use them to up your faction in various cities. So that's something I always buy when I see them. And rat ears, you can make pie out of that. That's a quest out of Kenos Hills area that I'll be doing a future video on. Very common drop though, so I'm not going to buy it. Okay. There's crude silk, level 40. Some animal pelts. There's a flawless at level 75. Flawless silk, level 75. Very nice. All right, here's a nice one. No meat, 24 of them. That's fantastic. You use the different races, their meats or parts, to make illusion potions. So that's something a shaman does. And at 1 silver a piece, that is a bargain. I know I can sell those for at least 10 platinum a piece. My shaman has more than enough, so I don't need to do it anymore. Here's a couple of good ones. High quality bear skin, high quality wolf skin, and human parts, again for the illusion potion. So there's some nice trade skill items there. And again, anything I don't need, I will sell in the bazaar. Medium quality wolf skin, 6 of them. Bear skin, 5 of them. And here's low quality wolf skin. This is actually more valuable than those others. And the reason why is you can make leather padding with them, which is kind of a mid-level blacksmithing component. There's another rough animal pelt, ruined bear pelt. I'll go ahead and get it. Okay, here's some for spell research. Only 1 platinum, 4 silver. And there's 2 of them. That's, you know, an uncommon drop on higher level monsters. Scale ore, I'm not going to loot, or I'm not going to buy this, but that's used in higher end, jewel crafting. Here's some alchemy items. These superiors right here, Larkspur and such, level 80s. I don't need them, but it 4, 1, 3, 2. So there's several of them. If you're doing those as a shaman, it's so easy to buy this stuff off of a merchant because only shaman would use that. So everybody else just sells them. They don't need them. Tantalum ore, high level, 80, 9 of them. You know, you could go into a zone and kill for 4 hours and not get that many drops. So that's really nice. Titanium ore, level 75. There's only 1, but I'll get it. Here is high level tuft of gray wolf fur. This is both looted and foraged. What's this? 9 copper, 3 of them. So very, very inexpensive. I believe you have to have a tailoring skill of 300 or higher to even use those. So that's a fantastic find. And here's some uncut jewels. What are we looking at? 1 gold a piece, basically, and 4 copper. So that'll get your jewel crafting skill up. So that's another nice find. So far, I've been very successful. I don't know how long this video is going to be. I'll just hit just a few merchants that I know are very popular. I'm going to run in the blacksmithing area. Here's Urticacia, another high-end. Very common drop, actually, but when you're using it for trade skill at 1 silver a piece, that is just a bargain. Don't know why it's not buying. I must be having some lag. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording now, and I'll see you in just a minute. Ah, there it went through. Okay. Let me run over here to the blacksmithing building here in Plane of Knowledge. Metal bits. There we go. Somebody has already made some metal bits. To get your blacksmithing skill up, typically you will need hundreds, if not thousands, of metal bits at some point. Try to go through these as fast as possible. And again, this is just a random sampling. You'll notice some of these merchants I don't go to, and that is because they don't have any free slots. So when people sell them things, it will not show up to other players because all of their available slots are taken up by the normal stuff that they would sell. So I know which ones those are, and I'm not going to bother with them. All right, this is the fleshing merchant, and understandably, rangers would be commonly come and sell things. And you can see somebody's made some looted or made some different types of arrows here and sold them. One of the things about rangers is they don't like to carry around a lot of stuff, and so they end up selling a lot of things. And you'll notice that about some of the classes, like monks, because of the weight, they don't even bother looting a lot of things. There's chunk of meat. Chunk of meat's a very common drop, but it is used in various recipes. So if you need it, get it. It's also very cheap if you need some food. It's only 1 silver, 4 copper. Anything? More rat whiskers? Always buy those. It's rough animal pelt. Ruined cat pelt. I'm going to get that. That's low-level stuff. More sunshard dust. 5 of them. Alright, let's head over here. There's 2 merchants here I check. There's a bookworm. I'll go ahead and get it. 19 chunks of meat if you needed them. Salty loam. Another trade skill item. Urticacia. 6 of them. Alright, let's go try Merchant Terran. And of course, I'm over here by the small bank.
There are over 70 million fathers in the U.S.
Housing merchant here real quick. Oh, Brewing merchant. You'll notice we're getting closer to the guild hall area, so people tend to use the merchants closest to the banks in the guild hall area. Inside of the guild hall, there are 3 merchants, the magus, and then there's, I think they're gnomes, aren't they? There's 2 of them inside in the wings by the bankers. And there's a lot of good stuff in there, too. I am not going there in this video, but I did want to let you know about them. Of course, newbie zones are a great place to check. I'm going to say, after a weekend, because, of course, a lot of people power level these days on these older servers. And so they don't even bother looting generally, unless it's something special. There's a medium cat pelt. But on some of the newer progression servers, people still level up the old-fashioned way. More sunshard dust. Here's one. Okay, Vantos. This is used in mid-level baking recipe. And may seem a little expensive, but believe me, that's a bargain to get those skill ups at that level. So I'm going to buy those. And then we'll hit the fishing guys over here. And nothing. Nothing. Once you've done this and get used to know what to look for, you can zip through these merchants pretty quick. Okay, I'm going to check just a couple of more. Typically, I would go in here and check the tailoring merchants, but I'm not going to. They don't have very many free slots for items, so it's not really worth it. Sometimes I can get lucky over here because not too many people frequent these smithing merchants. But when they do, they typically sell just a few items, but it's very quick to check those. I'm going to go check the tinkering gnome in one of the rooms here. I've hit these a little too early. Nobody has sold anything to them. Sometimes they'll sell to this tinkering gnome. Yeah, nothing. Alright. But it's so quick and easy to check. I can get these doors to cooperate. Okay. Last building. Check these jewelers. And we will be done with the ones I check on a normal basis, on a regular basis here in Plane of Knowledge. Don't understand why it's taking so long to load up. Nothing. And nothing. Well, that's alright though. Come out with some good items. Go ahead and throw up my bags here. Go to the banker. Pop everything up. As you can see, I filled up 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. 30 slots with items I found off of merchants. And covering several different trade skills at several different levels. So, not a bad haul. Alright, well, that's it. I thought it'd be an interesting take on the practicality of going on shopping trips here in the Plane of Knowledge. Of course, you can do this in other zones too. I highly suggest you keep an eye out and learn what future items you would need for trade skills. You know, EverQuest is one of those great games that after you played it for a while, yeah, it can get old and stale, just killing and killing and killing. So a lot of people branch out into trade skills and give them a try, and then they get hooked. And it takes a lot of time and effort to advance. But the hardest part, of course, is getting the components. You know, you can buy a lot of them, but some of them you can only get as drops. So you have to start saving them up. And this is a way to kind of speed up that process. Well, thanks for watching, everybody.